All right, so this is RSM 430 or 482, problem solving and decision making in recreation and sport management, and I'm picking up where I left off in the first video, the introduction slash syllabus video for the class, and so this is video 2 on that, and we're going to talk. If you continue looking at the syllabus, you'll get into this student support services and all the different support that you have here on campus to help you be successful. You can look at all those different sites there to help you as you move forward through the semester. Academic integrity, again, it's an online class, but the expectation is that you're still doing your own work and still following the code of academic integrity that Coastal Carolina has. One of the things that you'll have to do with all your quizzes is mark that the first question is going to have to do with, are you aware of the honor code, and making you aware of the honor code. So the expectation is you're doing your own work on everything that you do in here, unless you're working with a partner. And so make sure that you don't get yourself in trouble by copying somebody else's or not citing material that is not yours. So make sure you keep yourself in a good situation, and if you have any questions, ask. All right. And so that's all the academic integrity and the guidelines with academic integrity. And one of the big stipulations, if I catch you cheating, bare minimum is you get a 0 on the project or the activity. The worst case scenario is you fail the class, or could be kicked out of the university if it's multiple times. So make sure, don't put yourself in that situation. And there's all the, again, different guidelines that go along with that. So that you know the process and know what you need to do. Here's kind of the really important part. One of the class schedule, like I said, trying to kind of set it up on a Monday, Wednesday, Friday type schedule. And so our first day is that August 19th. Your task is to review the syllabus, watch this video, and then you're also watching the video on and doing readings on left and right brain, and taking the test on left and right brain. So there's an introduction video that I made about myself that you should watch. That also leads into one of your first activities with the post or discussion about yourself. You're going to do an introduction video on yourself that the others in the class can watch, and then also those other tests with readings on left and right brain, the test on left and right brain. Those will be in Moodle, and you just point and click, and you'll pull them up and be able to read them and do the test and so forth. So that'll all be there for you. So it's set up like this for every day. The date, what day it is, what the lesson is about, and then what the assignments are, and then if there's anything due, it'll be in this box here. And so if you scroll down here, on the second day, which is Friday, August 21st, we're talking about left and right brain thinking. There'll be videos for you to watch. I also want you to read for the next day, which is going to be management drivers, and watch a video on thinking. And then what do you have to do? Introduction video, that's the one that you're going to make about yourself and post on a discussion board. You'll take the test on left and right brain, and then you also do a reflection on your response to the test on left and right brain. Okay, and those results are the introduction video and the reflection are due at 5 o'clock on that Friday. Okay, and then the next one, readings, and you see throughout here's more reflection on decision making style. You're going to do the first quiz, and on the first quiz is due on the 28th. It'll come available on the 26th. It'll be due at the 28th by 5 o'clock. So just set it up so that you take the quiz. You'll have kind of that 5 o'clock on the 28th. It'll come available, stay available till 5 o'clock on the 31st. You can take it whenever you like. Just don't forget to take it, and that you have to you'll have, once you access it, you have to finish it on that sitting. Okay, and so you'll have those quizzes throughout, and then there's the another reflection, another quiz. First case study is going to be due on September 11th, and then you'll have your submit it, peer review it by 5 o'clock on the next day, or by the 14th, and then and you also have September 14th to complete the final midterm exam. Okay. Case study revisions due on the 16th, and then you have kind of the last day to drop is the 17th. So you get to take that first test, you get to do that first case study, you get an idea whether you want to stay in the class or not. Okay. And that's about it, except the final exam is going to be, you're going to have a window, but it has to be done by October 7th. I'll probably make it available on the 4th, and you'll stay available till the 7th, and you'll finish up that. Okay. So you have 3 case studies. 3 case studies make up 500 points out of the 800, whatever we said, 825. 500 of it comes from case studies. So you actually have to apply the ideas of critical thinking, decision making, and put them to use in a case study. And in that case study, you'll not only have to create yours, but then you'll do peer evaluations on somebody else's, and hopefully you'll have, if it works out right, you might have as many as 2 people peer reviewing you, so you get feedback from 2 different people, and then you can use that information to help you as you move forward. So that's what I'm hoping happens. We'll see how it works out with the numbers that we have in the class and all that. So, but the important thing is you have to submit your paper on time. To get it peer reviewed, you have to get it submitted on time. If it's not submitted on time, then it throws off the peer review process. So you got to make sure that you submit it on time. It has to be in on that by 5 o'clock on the day when it's due. Okay. If you don't get that, you're going to get a 0 out of 50 on the first draft, and that's not going to help your grade. So make sure you get it in on time. All right, and we'll use Moodle will turn it in to get it done, and that makes life a whole lot nicer. Okay, there is a rubric that I'll post for you so that you can see what it's actually already posted, so you can see how you're being graded on the case study. I'll also go over a case study with you. Created a video on that so you can see what I'm looking for. I'll talk you through a case study, and so you'll have a good idea of my expectations as you move forward, and you'll be able to see it and see that rubric as well. So that'll be there for you. As mentioned, you'll have 5 reflection posts and responses. The expectation is that you do your post and then respond to somebody else's in the class, and the response should have depth to it, add to the discussion of what that person said. So don't just say, yeah, that's a great idea, or yeah, I agree. Go into depth. Why? What maybe the similarities between yours and that other individuals that you do, or the differences. I don't necessarily agree with what you're saying here. This is what I thought this was all about. And now we're starting some discussion about, and that's kind of where a lot of times learning takes place. So I want you to do that. And then also you'll have a midterm and a final. The midterm will have some, the first one will have multiple choice, true, false, some short answer and essay questions. The final exam will be all multiple choice, true, false, matching. Okay, I won't have any essay questions in there, and so you'll do it in Moodle, like I said, and you'll have a time limit on that, and you'll have a window of 5 hours that you have to get it completed. Okay, if you don't get it done, you get a 0. So make sure you get that done, and it should all be individually done. Quizzes, that there'll be 5 of them throughout, multiple choice, true, false type questions. I'll change this because it's more like 48 hours than a 24-hour window, because you'll have kind of like Wednesday it'll become available, and then Friday so Wednesday at 5 o'clock it'll be available to Friday at 5 o'clock it'll be available, and you'll have that 48-hour window instead of a 24-hour window. So I'll make sure to change that on the syllabus so that you'll know that you have that, and then you'll have some smaller assignments throughout that'll come up to 25 points. So that's really everything. Most of the COVID stuff probably won't affect this class a whole lot because we won't interact together as far as in a classroom. The classroom will be all online. And so this class, as I mentioned, will be asynchronous, so you don't have to be at class at a certain time, other than if you want to meet with me on during my office hours, or you have that window that you have to take the test. But other than that, or the assignments are due. But other than that, you can do everything whenever you have time to get it done. But just make sure you set aside time during the days to make sure that you can get these things done and help yourself be successful in the classroom. Okay. The other thing that might be worthwhile to show you is the course does have everything in here, so Moodle will have it. You'll see when you go in here later on, the 2 videos will be here, so you'll be able to point and click those. Sometimes they come up as video screens and you can just point and click and it'll pull it up in a different window. Sometimes it's just a link. So some of these you'll see these areas highlighted. Those are things that you need to watch, do. Okay, these are the 2 tests to help you with your left brain, right brain. These are information about and videos that you can watch to help supplement the materials that we're talking about. You'll see in here, this will change to be highlighted, so you can click on those and again watch the syllabus video. As you move through, some of these are, like I said, decision making approach video 1 and 2. Those are probably videos that I made talking you through the class and the information I want you to learn. So so make sure take advantage of these, watch these videos, take advantage of the supplemental material. You'll see in here the places, again, this is going to be cleaned up. Turn it in. Here's where the first case study goes in, and you'll have the opportunity to do that. And then you'll get you'll get assigned a peer to evaluate. Somebody else will get assigned you, and you'll go in and do that. The rubric for the case study will be there as well. So this will all be there for you as you move forward. I just got to clean it up before you get in there. So, but as you move forward, if you do have questions, please let me know. If you run into some issues, let me know, and we'll get that taken care of. All right. Well, look forward to having you in the class, and I hope you enjoy the class and find it useful, and especially as you're moving forward in your careers, and you're going to have to make a lot of decisions, and both, like I said, personal and professional. And I think this class will be a benefit to you as you have to make those decisions and have to solve problems out there. So, all right, well, have a great semester, and look forward to grading your work and maybe seeing you on some of my virtual